It's funny, my teacher, or my principal, talked about alarm clocks, because I definitely did not wake up to mine. So I prepared a little something. Good morning, everyone. My name is Luke, and today I am welcomed and accompanied by my principal, Mrs. Miller, Mr. Josh Jones, my teacher, and my amazing mom, T.T. Anderson. All right, I'm so incredibly humbled to be dignified by all these other exemplary students, so congratulations to you all as well. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the other sponsors and esteemed members of our community that are here to celebrate this with us. Really appreciate your support. And for getting me out of my first period class. So, yeah. Okay, so I'd like to talk about my experience in high school, not just as a student, but what I've learned throughout my community members and my faculty and my teachers, and the various tidbits of knowledge that they've taught me to live a more meaningful life. My understanding about the education I was receiving a couple of years ago was just that it was just a necessary step to college. You had to do it. It was illegal to not do it. And someone that really brought me out of that rut was Mr. Josh Jones. I've had some of my own personal experience about the personal strife I've had with my sense of belonging. And I'll give you the skinny, but Mr. Jones really taught me about how to live my own human experience, take pride in what I do, and really live it for those around me as well. Sorry. I might be this month's writing star, but you've always been the son of Mr. Jones, so thank you. And because of that, I have a really great sense of pride about the impact I can provide others, and it really is the touchstone of my pride and my competence in my community, so thank you. All right, with this said, is with the knowledge I have about the importance of my education, that I've dedicated my life to applying the abilities and passions that I've developed throughout my, not just my high school experience, but the extracurricular activities I've developed over that time. My education has inspired me to do what I can with what I have, and my experiences, my devotion and self-worth make the aspirations I have attainable, and the education I cherish supplements a lifetime of development. So, my goal is to go to college or university and study biology and economics in hopes of becoming a physician. And not because it's a step to go to medical school, but because I'm genuinely curious to make the most out of my life, and my education has greatly influenced that. And subsequently, I would like to give that chance to others. So thank you.
I just wanted to thank everyone first for this event. I think that we don't spend enough time recognizing our students, and they need to know how special they really are, because they will be the future, without a doubt. Luke is incredibly resilient. I know that because he endured an entire semester of my teasing, which is not easy to do. No, in truth, he is intelligent, he is kind, he is strong. He is one of the most incredible students I have had, and I've had quite a few of them. I think the quality that stands out to me the most, though, as you've heard already, is his humility. As our principal has already mentioned, you don't know much about Luke until you spend some time with him, and you don't really know him until you spend a lot of time with him. And every time I'm still learning new things about him, and it's because he just doesn't brag. He doesn't tell everyone. He just does what he knows that he should do. He is what every teacher wants in a student, and I'm sure what every parent wants in one of their children. I don't have children yet, but I do hope that I have a son like him one day. Luke, you're amazing. I'm already disappointed that I don't get to teach you this semester, but you deserve this recognition. You're amazing. This is mine.
Good morning. First of all, thank you, Mr. Jones, for nominating Luke, and thank you for all the sponsors for this morning's breakfast. I'm just always amazed with Luke. You're amazed this morning because when he got his Eagle Scout, he prepared a speech, and I ask him every day, did you prepare your speech? He said, yes. Would you like for me to read it? He says, no. And so he's much better than I am. And so when the day came for his court of honor and it's time for him to talk, as you can see, he's very emotional. He never made it through his speech at all. So you are very lucky to have something today. I always sit and I always ponder, how did this individual, Luke, get to be such a bright student? And he has an older brother who is at VMI, and he's a twin, and he has a sister. And and it's a running joke in the family that he has just a little bit more than his siblings because at a young age, he didn't accidentally get dropped or fell on his head. I'm really proud of Luke, of all of his accomplishments and his accolades. He really excelled once he entered high school. And Mr. Josh Jones, Mr. Josh Jones played a real important role in his life this quarter for English. He's an amazing son. Couldn't ask for more. He at a young age, 2 years old, I could tell that he's always contemplating and always thinking, because at 2 he did not want for me to buckle himself into his car seat. He wanted to do it himself. And I remember him in the car trying to figure out how that mechanism worked.
I still don't know.
But he would spend hours in the car. He's an amazing son. He has taken all the AP classes at school that he could. He's earned straight A's all through high school. He has his Eagle Scout, and he's contributed many hours of community service. So I'd like to thank everyone for giving him this honor and honoring him, and the rest of the students here for all of their hard work and their accomplishments. Thank you.